Insane survivalists here. We've been tasked with doing a fire to 2 natural tinders using magnification. So today we're going to use a Fresnel lens, I think that's how you pronounce it, a Fresnel lens, and the magnifier off of my Hudson Bay tobacco tin, because I carry that with me with my fire kit all the time. My 2 tinders is cedar bark, which you see there at the top, and then I have some birch bark down here at the bottom rung, or bottom step if you will. And then my bundle, my tinder bundle, is actually distressed pine straw, or roughed up pine straw. So let's get started with that. First thing I'm going to do is utilize the Fresnel lens on the cedar bark. We're going to try that first. What we're going to do is we're going to put that, get that started, and then put it in the pine straw and blow it into a flame. That's the overall task. Okay. So Fresnel lens you can just pick up at a reading store. Typically Barnes and Nobles carries them. You can get them at Walmart, other places as well. And it's just a magnifier. I mean, that's all it is, just a magnifier overall. So let's actually take and see if we can get this going real quick. Notice how I've already got some smoke going. Make sure I have a good ember going. Looks like it. Go. Put it into here. And we are off. So there's that one. And I can see it actually started on the back side as well. So here's all that. That's cedar bark. The second one we're going to do is some more pine straw. The second one we're going to do, not going to have quite the tinder bundle this time, again, is the birch bark. Now I haven't done a whole lot to this. There's a couple of roughed up pieces in here. And again, we're just going to use the Hudson Bay tobacco tin for it. Get that started there. And again, I carry this with me all the time. There we go. Biggest thing about it is just making sure your angle is right. Get that fine point on it. If you're following along, you can see that it's actually starting to smoke. You also see the smoke of the other one still going in the background. Again, I haven't processed any of this, so I may have to take and spend a few minutes to process the bark itself. But I wanted to see how it would do without processing it first. It's giving me smoke in pieces, but it's not giving me any ember. So let's go ahead and let's take a little bit of this and process it up. And just to process it is just a matter of going in and literally roughing it up. The oils and birch bark usually catch a lot quicker. But what I'm doing is I'm actually extending out that surface area to give me a little bit more to work with. So this time, because I've got such small pieces, I'm actually going to go ahead and put it in my bundle, my bird's nest, if you will. See if it gives us a little bit more. And I didn't do a whole lot to process it again. I just got a little bit of bundle going. But I just want to expand out some surface area and get it a little bit roughed up on it. Downside is probably putting it on my knee, shaking a good bit. I will say, doing this, if you're on a bright sunny day, definitely recommend sunglasses. Luckily I've got mine on because that point, or the point where that comes together, is really, really bright. Just letting it sit there for a little bit longer. Just want to make sure we get this nice little ember going first. I got nothing. Alright, so take two. What we're going to do is we're going to use, I got an alternate, a little treat for you, if you will. It's actually chaga. Some of you may get excited with that, some of you may not, but hey, I do. I was grateful for a buddy of mine to give me some at the Georgia Bushcraft Camp out this past weekend. See, it jumps really quickly. The good thing about chaga is it'll hold that ember. I was doing some tests beforehand, and one of the things it was doing is it would light and it would sit there and it smoldered. It just sat there and just kept smoking and kept smoking. Let's go and try that. So I know it's going. Got me a little piece on there. Just trying to get a. There we go. There we go. Alright, so there's my second one. Again, the benefit of doing this is really more of a reducing the consumable resource. What I mean by that is if you're looking at a ferro rod, a lighter, or something of that nature, it's consumable. It will eventually run out. So what do? Well, first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you have items that are not consumable, and the sunlight is a perfect item. The problem with that is you have to have sunlight. You have to have a good bit of sun for that to happen. It's got to be, I don't want to say warm, but you got to have a bright sun. If you don't have that, then the problem comes down to not being able to light the fire because of clouds or something of that nature, and then you have to go to your consumable items, flint and steel, lighter, ferro rod, things of that nature. Alright, well that's it. Appreciate you watching. Thanks for your likes, your views, and following and subscribing. Until next time, use your instincts to survive.